Disclaimer: Tiff N. The Punisher. The views and opinions expressed in this episode of Tiff and the Punisher are those of the hosts and guests solely and do not constitute legal advice, medical advice, or professional counsel of any kind. This content is produced for educational, informational, and advocacy purposes only. Viewers should consult their own licensed attorney for advice specific to their situation. Nothing in this video constitutes a threat, call to violence, harassment, intimidation, or any form of harm directed at any judge, prosecutor, police officer, CPS, DCS worker, government official, or private individual. We do not advocate, encourage, or condone violence, threats, or illegal acts of any kind. All commentary is protected political speech and criticism of government policy and practices under the First Amendment. Any references to public records, court filings, news reports, or personal experiences are presented as commentary and opinion. Names, case details, and events discussed are drawn from publicly available information or the speaker's own experiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Content may address sensitive topics, including child welfare, government overreach, and family separation. Copyright 2026, Tiff N. The Punisher. All rights reserved.
They are taking our kids every day. A child a minute, no one has a thing to say for those who have been isolated. Don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up, everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallets. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You will no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stopped losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She's tired of our kids being taken. God damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher screaming out loud about a CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids' pictures held up by Tiff Tack. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with hot speed. We will do so much being together. The birds of a feather flock together. So watch out, CPS, here we come. Picking you off one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. So give us back the kids you have taken. Sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows and the only games you play are on Nintendo. CPS. We plan on doing the stopping.
Whew. Hey, Tiff.
Hey,
Hey, what'd you think of that new disclaimer we just put up there?
I love it.
Yeah, because
I love
we don't advocate for anybody getting hurt. We don't want any sort of, even though we talk tough against everybody, by no means do we want anybody, we're not threatening anybody. We don't want anybody to feel threatened. We don't want anybody to think that we're calling for violence against anybody. We don't advocate for any of that stuff. We don't really want anybody to get hurt. We never want to see any of that, because that turns us into just as bad as they are if we did advocate for those things. Just with all the stuff that's been going on in the world, just to cover our asses and, angry citizens and Becca's and gunning for CPS and Henry and Danielle and all of us that are part of the CPS Breaking News, we will now have disclaimers on the fronts of all of our shows, because we do not advocate for any of that stuff. We want everybody to win fair and square in the courtrooms against them, and do it the rightful and legal and lawful way. And then I guess if we're a little bit too abrasive and too aggressive for these people that are watching, we need you guys to know that we are not trying to attack you. We're not ordering anybody to attack you. We're not trying to get anybody to rage up and rise against you. Well, we might be trying to do that, but we're not trying to have them go out and be violent towards you. We definitely want people to stand up and fight against any sort of government overreach that's ridiculous. We want people that are standing on our constitutional rights to know that they are doing so. And all of these things can be done by words and by print and so on, and by protest. All of those things which are covered in the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. That's that. And that's the only thing that we advocate for, is people that are standing up for us under the guise of the United States Constitution and what is therein. So people, take note of that. Make sure that if nobody knows that, if you can pass it around to some people, let them know that we're not out there trying to order or command anybody to go to combat or to war, physically or violently towards any persons at all. So, Tiff, I don't know if you have anything to add on that, but I just wanted to start out with that, since the disclaimer was put up for the first time here.
No, I just want to say I agree. We don't promote violence. I'm not a violent person, but I will defend my family by all means necessary. And it is what it is. So I'm happy with it. I'm sorry, we got a sick one here tonight.
Yeah. Yep. So, all right. Well, that being said, we're good. We're good on that. I was looking up today. I ran across a group called, their Substack is HFC Rights. So it's HFC Rights in Substack. And they talk a lot about family separation and, a lot of divorce stuff, but then they hit on also a lot of statistics and everything for the child removal. So they bounce back and forth between those. And actually, it's the CAPS movement is, if you go to their website, it's called the capmovement.org. I'll pull that up here real quick so you guys can take a look at this. And it's pretty much, this thing here is just it's an online letter that they want you to send to your, oh God, I don't have the chat up. Sorry, guys. My gosh, I'm wicked sorry. Boy, sorry about that. Anyway, the capsmovement.org. I'll put the thing up in the, gosh darn it, the whole, the text is all messed up. Hold on, guys. Sorry about this. Overlays off. Changed up our stuff. I guess that's what happened when we leave for the weekend. It changes things up on us. But I know that the chat is very important to all of us, because that's what keeps all of you guys entertained and involved with us. So we need to make sure that this is right. We will go with the, let's go with this one tonight. Boom, there we go. Looks nice. We got Bot Fred 743, Michael and Jennifer Brabson in the house. Dr. Death's here. Dr. Death, we do have a phone line that you can call in. We just don't really use it. Botfred, that's great, only because it's First Amendment. And then I'm going to add a joke to this. Botfred says this: what did Helen Keller say when she was given a cheese grater? He says back, "This is the most violent book I've ever read." That's pretty good. Kind of inappropriate, but I think it's very funny. And to that, I will add this one. Did you hear about Helen Keller's new book? Blah, blah, blah. No, you haven't. It's around the block in 80 days. So to match you, Bodfred, for your trying to inconvenience the show, I match you with a Helen Keller joke and I raise you. But we mean no disrespect to anybody in the ADA or anything by that. So anyway, sorry about that. But we had to do it because we advocate for the First Amendment here. Anyway, back to the CPS, the CAPS movement website. They have, it's really cool in here. All it is pretty much to take action. Like it says here, it takes 3 minutes. You put in your zip code. You personalize the letter to your name and your city. And then it goes in here. It says, I'm writing as your blah, 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 your state constituent to ask you to look closely at 2 federal programs most Americans have never heard of, Title 4D and Title 4E of the Social Security Act. Title 4D reimburses states for 66% of child support enforcement costs, no cap, plus incentive ties to collections. Title 4E is an open-ended entitlement covering 50 to 83% of foster care, adoption, and guardianship payments. And FY for the year 2023, 4E sent states $9.5 billion, and 4D's federal share ran about $4.5 billion, roughly $14 billion between them. With 4E, adoption and guardianship payouts outpaced family preservation services. Get this, by roughly 25 to 1. So for every $25 that they spent on tearing apart a family, $1 was spent on reunification. That's pretty disgusting. When Washington pays states more to separate families than to keep them together, the results follow. Nearly 22 million American children now live apart from a parent, and about 360,500 were in foster care at the end of 2023. I'm asking you to support a clean repeal of Title 4D and 4E, ending open-ended reimbursement as its source. In their place, states should adopt a clean break divorce model, fair asset division, shared parenting as the default, only short-term courtesy maintenance for an ex-spouse with no income, not open-ended child support or years of court supervision. I also ask you to support a Family Restoration and Reimbursement Act to compensate families with documented losses from unjustified family court litigation. Families drained by a system Washington finances deserve to be made whole. Please let me know where you stand. Families in our state are watching. Respectfully, you. Copy the letter. They have another version that you can write up about it. And then it gives you the websites and where to mail them right here. Has a little Find My House of Reps right here, so you can find where to send them. And that's it. Now, this guy right here that started this is having the same problem we're having with the Find My Lost Loves. This guy's only got 20 letters sent to Congress. I mean, come on, guys. It doesn't get any simpler than what this dude just did to actually lay down the same thing that we preach here. It's not quite abolishment, but it is damn close. And he's saying come up with another solution other than that. So, and then it has go further, optional, put in front of the fraud watchdogs. These 7 officials don't depend on your zip code. Anyone in America can write to them. Each one has a reason to care about federal fraud. Below is a shorter letter written in their language, fraud, false claims, and taxpayer dollars. Copy it and work down the list. Same thing, talks about the same stuff. Copy the watchdog letter. You can send it to Vice President, to the First Lady. Then he's got all the places here. The Attorney General Todd Blanche, Colin M. McDonald for the Fraud Enforcement Division, Andrew Ferguson, the Federal Trade Commission, Chuck Grassley, Senate Judiciary Committee. Then he's got the numbers. I mean, this guy's got all kinds of stuff here. So I highly recommend that you guys go to the capsmovement.org. Check this stuff out. It is so awesome and it is so critical. And if you don't have time to get stuff done, write your own letter to start pumping the stuff that we're promoting and talking about on the show, This is a great way to do it. It's really an awesome and well put together thing. It's precise, it's quick, precise, it's free, it's to the point, and it'll get your message across. Of course, you can send it to your own congressman, your own legislators, all of these things. So, I mean, I highly suggest that everybody sign up and do that. capsmovement.org. Check that out. Let me get rid of this. And then also, and then you can also go to their Substack, which is right here. HFC Rights Substack. Let's see, I'm not signed in right now, so I can't go to the paid version. But they got all kinds of great articles that they've written, and this is just in the free section here. This is where I was getting some numbers from earlier. This is what they're calling. This is a pretty good one right here. I read taxation without representation. They're pretty much calling, with them coming with 4D and 4E and them stealing our children, is that this is taxation without representation, because our federal tax dollars, see, let's get this straight, people. Our federal tax dollars doesn't mean the government's money. That's our money that we've paid in to the federal government. So the federal government doesn't have money. They have money because they've taken it from us, the taxpayer. So don't ever sit there and be like, man, I feel bad that the federal government's, assisting. The federal government isn't assisting shit. It's you guys that are paying for these budgets to come out. It's you guys and us that are paying to have these services. It's all of us. So, I mean, I don't advocate for financing them stealing our kids. Absolutely not, I don't. So why should my tax dollars go towards that? I mean, I know that's a huger fight than, whatever, but I'm just saying the point is that we don't advocate for this stuff. They're using our tax dollars, tax dollars to fund these programs. When the states get child support, they get federally reimbursed 66 cents per dollar with no cap. 66 cents. So they're incentivized to get a maximum amount of child support from you, because for every dollar they collect, they get 66 cents reimbursed back to the state. That's crazy. That's crazy, crazy money. Let's see. What else in this one did they come up with? Yeah, I looked through. They got a lot. That was a great one. Like I said, if you go to the paid one, I guarantee you it's much better. It says the federal government has been paying states to destroy families since 1975. Most Americans have never heard of Title 4D. That is not an accident. And then just the beginning of it says, in 1776, the colonists were being taxed by the British government, but had zero say in how their money was spent. No vote, no voice. The government took their money and used it against their own interests. We call that tyranny. We fought a war over it. Here's what most Americans don't know is happening right now. Your federal tax dollars, money taken from every American paycheck, flow directly into two government programs called Title 4D and Title 4E. These programs pay state governments cash incentives to collect child support and remove children from their homes in foster care and put into foster care. That's not an opinion. That's the law. Every child removed means more federal dollars for the state. Every dollar of child support collected means 66-cent federal bonus on top. The more families broken up, the more money flows. So when you walk into family court, the system sitting across from you is being paid by your own tax dollars to rule against you in a closed hearing before one judge, no jury, no public witness. You funded that system. You never voted for it. You have no representation inside of it. That is not a broken system. That is taxation without representation, and it's destroying American families by the millions. 22 million non-custodial parents are living this right now. The founders had one answer when the government taxed people and used the money against them. We have the same answer. Full repeal, Titles 4D and 4E have to go. HFC Rights, fighting to end federal funding that pays state to destroy families. Again, highly recommend you guys check out this too. HFC's Rights at Substack. And then they also have other good articles in here. A ton of good articles that they've written. I recommend getting the paywall taken down. It's fairly cheap. I'm sure that these articles are way more enjoyable. This is the one I was reading earlier, the court-appointed industry, and that's where I was getting those stats from. I mean, I could just sit here all night and read you guys these things that this guy's writing about. It's pretty crazy. So, well, let's the system that pulls people to pull families apart. For decades, Americans has built a system that too often rewards family separation instead of family stability. Federal welfare policy was expanded over many years as a safety net for struggling mothers and children. Helping a parent in genuine crisis is the right thing to do, but over time, that net hardened into something else: long-term dependency and a quiet message that two strong parents in the home matter less than they do. Look where we are in 2026. Nearly half the workforce is women, capable, working, contributing. Millions of fathers live outside their children's homes. Taxpayers fund enormous welfare programs while families still struggle to stay together. In Arizona, SNAP enrollment has fallen by roughly half in a year, including about 200,000 children. Yet food banks are reporting record demand. That tells you the need never went away. The program simply stopped reaching people, often due to paperwork and bureaucratic hurdles. That's not reform, it's a system failing the very families that claim to serve. The answer isn't to punish children or abandon people in crisis. The answer is rebuilding a culture where work, shared parenting, and family stability comes first, and where government assistance is a genuine temporary bridge, not a permanent substitute for functioning family. I write about family court reform and the policies that pull families apart every week. Here at HFC Writes, if that's fight you care about, subscribe and stay with them. Children need parents, not just programs. And their sources right here: the family's going hungry because of food stamp cuts, NBC News. So yeah, guys, there's a lot in there in this guy's stuff or girl's stuff. I'm sorry if I've offended in any way. It's good stuff. It's good reads. I don't know. What have you guys come out with? Yaspa is unconstitutional. Jen, you're right. And guys, also I want to tell you. Oh, Tiff, you're hiding over there in the corner. I'm sorry. There we go. Tiff's out. Tiff's out. Nobody puts Tiffany in the corner. That's my imitation from Dirty Dancing. But shit, I lost my train of thought. Damn it! It all went away right there. What do you think about that, Tiff? What do you think about that?
I was actually trying to look on their website, but I got interrupted. But I am going to check out their website, and I am going to send a letter. I just have to. I saw where you got to fill in your state and stuff. So
yeah, there is some writing
show,
involved. There is a little bit of that, a little bit of writing in there.
Yeah,
So
but that's okay.
Right, that's good. It's
because
good
even if I'm the 21st person, it doesn't matter as long as we're sending these letters out. Because I think with whoever they are, I think they're doing a good thing. Yeah, right? Like they're exposing the same shit that we talk about all the time. So people can't say, oh, Tiff and the Punisher are crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing this 37 years. I know the system better than CPS workers.
Yeah, yes, you do.
And most attorneys.
Right. Most everybody, really, Tiff. I mean, there's not many people that you can't go up against. Oh, this is what I was going to say before I forgot. I want to apologize to everybody about the Facebook thing. So I guess a lot of you have been posting in Facebook, which this is why I got this right here. I want to make sure, because you guys are posting up there and to no avail. We're not even answering it. We're not even acknowledging the fact that you guys are posting. And for that, I very much apologize. We don't see it here. We don't have it. It doesn't come up on our screen. So we're just going to have to start putting it up on our, like Tiff will have to use one of her 10,000 phones that she has. I will use the one other laptop that I found down in my basement. That is a clunker, but it does what it needs to do. I will put that on, which I'm going to put it on right now. So if any of you are on Facebook, I can see what you are saying. But I was really bummed out when I found this out. And people were actually taking offense to this, Tiff, that we weren't, acknowledging them, or they were asking some very good questions. But we had no idea, because we didn't realize that. And Gunner was having problems with this. We're all having problems with it, which is why I needed to address this right now as well. Because you guys put your efforts.
Well, I don't think it's so much our fault. You do know that they shadow watch us, right? They shadow ban us.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I'm sure that I'm going to have to figure out how to link it to my Facebook page, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to stop us somehow, some way. We're going to be put on restriction, just like with TikTok. So if you are watching us via Facebook, I'm sorry. First of all, Tiffany can barely even see what's going on over here in the comment section, right? Like if you see me coming up close to the screen, it's because I'm trying to read. And Dr. Death, I do see your questions. I'm not sure why they're denying you access to your records, even though you lost your rights. You have a right to see what CPS has on you.
What is it? How many days has it been since that happened to him?
He would have to answer that. I'm not sure.
Dr. Death, do you want to call in? I can set it up. You know what? I can set this up right now. So you can call in to this number here. If you want, I can see that you were saying that you wanted to call in. You can either call in or come on the box, whatever one you want to do. If you want to call in, hold on 1 second. Let me get you the appropriate number. It is. Let's see here. All right. CPS Victims Under Justice. Okay.
And while Darren is doing that, I want to go over again how important it is for you all to get a closure letter. Okay? It is imperative that you get a letter from these fools when they close your case. Founded, unfounded, moderate risk, low risk, high risk, whatever the case may be. Because I can't express enough how imperative this is. They even here in Virginia, I mean, I had to send my own demand letter. Okay. You demand a closure letter and you keep it on file because even though they send you a letter, they still have 3 years, according to some statutes, like here in Virginia. You can actually take that to circuit court if you believe the allegation against you was made falsely. So you can't file till you get a closure letter. And you have to get that closure letter. So again, make sure you all are getting closure letters.
Dr. Death, you have the number already. I just messaged you, Dr. Death, from my phone. So you have the number right now. If you want to go ahead and give that a call, I'll answer that, and then we can talk with you for a couple minutes. Yes, I will, Jen. I certainly will do that. Cheats89, what's happening? Happy to see you here. All right, I am pulling up the Facebook here. I'm just waiting for Dr. Death. He said he wanted to give a call in. Let's see if he calls in or not. Let's see here. Dr. Death, you gonna call in, buddy? And don't forget, guys, we have if you're looking for us on Facebook, it is Tiff and the Punisher. Oh, here we go. All right, Leslie, how are you, my friend? No, I know, I can imagine not. Let me get you on the speaker here. All right. Are you ready for this, my man?
Yep.
All right. Can you just do a sound test for me real quick? Can you just talk so we can make sure we can hear you?
Okay.
Can you hear him? Did you hear him say that, Tiff? Can you hear him talk?
I heard him.
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. All right. So, what am I doing here? Dr. Death, so what do we got going on, my man? I know that they TPR'd you. How long ago was that TPR?
Well, I thought, since I was got terminated my rights.
Yeah.
And I didn't find out until April.
Okay.
But my wife found out in April. That's when I found out about it.
So you were never notified yourself?
No. my attorney decided not to even send me my file.
Oh, wow. So you were never notified. What happens when you request your file now? They deny you, correct?
Yeah, I just went to the courthouse. And I asked, to see or at least get a copy of my file. All of it. What CPS put in and give the judge, like the evidence.
Hey, Dr. Death, can you turn? Is there a way you can? Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, because you're getting us. Can you turn down the TV that we're?
Because termination of rights.
Right, but can you turn down your? Can you turn down?
The appellate court here confirmed it in March of 2000.
Right. Can you turn down the TV that you're listening to, Dr. Death?
What's that?
Can you turn down whatever you're watching us on? Can you turn that down? Just because it's giving us feedback here. So it'll just be us on the phone at that point. You'll be able to hear whatever we got to hear.
I just muted you.
There we go. Cool. All right. So say that again now. So what were you saying there? Because it was all feedback there. What were you saying about the Supreme
I went to
Court?
the courthouse.
Yep.
To ask for my file. Well,
Yep.
Good and bad. I didn't ask for the adoption crap. I asked for the end of the case.
Okay.
Which was the termination. I asked for all the evidence, including theirs and mine. I want to know what was put in evidence on the CPS side and what our attorneys turned in.
Right.
Because this judge, that was a quick decision.
How long did it take her?
Not even a month.
Okay.
And then while we were going through all the, the appeal process.
Yeah.
My attorney contacted me and told me he didn't want to appeal.
He didn't want to appeal.
But he was kind of forced to do so. Because of my wife's attorney.
He didn't.
Because they're obligated to give notice that we're appealing the decision.
Of course. But they only have a certain amount of time to do so.
The thing I'm trying to get at with that is, they screwed it up. They argued the wrong points. They want to argue that they didn't give us enough time.
Well, I mean, so here's the deal with the appeals process. It's set by a time, a time system, the time constraint that's there. Here's the problem is that you should have been getting, and I know I'm not going to point a finger and I'm not doing anything like that, but what's very important is when the stuff happens, within 10 days of your filing, you should have asked the judge, I can't think of it off the top of my head right now what it's called, but an explanation of their decision. And they have to come out and give the reasons why. And anybody can do this after you've gotten your decision made. You only have 10 days to do it. I'll get the actual terminology for it here in a second. But you have 10 days to ask the judge to explain to you why they decided the way that they did. It's a great tool to have for an appeals process thing. And the other thing is damn well, asking in the long shot away from all this, that they've already screwed your file to hell, man. If you didn't get it right then, you know damn well that the shredder's seen those things. Everything has seen that. Once that case has been, finagled and they've won that, and they don't think that you can have access back to that, they're getting rid of any evidence against you. And you know that, and we all know that. That's the game that they play. And that's unfortunate. However, there are some laws that are in existence that will help you get that evidence from them. You can, one, use the FOIA. Have you tried to FOIA any of this yet?
No.
Okay, you can try to use a FOIA for your case. Now, you might not get, depending on how it works, and especially now, you might not get, the kids' names will be redacted. You're not going to get the full panel. You'll get the stuff, but it'll have a lot of redactions out of it. But you can use the FOIA as a way to obtain those. And then there's also a way to go back through the courts, which I'm going to look up for you right now, and get that information. Tiff, do you know what I'm talking about right here?
Yeah. No, because I don't do TPR, so I know nothing about after your TPR, what you can and cannot have. I know nothing about that.
All right. You know what? CPS Deadpool is on here right now. CPS Deadpool, what is the process called for going back and getting your CPS case files after you've been TPR'd and so on? I know that you know the answer to this, so we'll have them put up the answer too while I'm looking for this. But what are you trying to go for right now, Dr. Death? You trying to still fight this, right? You want to figure out what you can do for this, right?
Well, if I was starting thinking of going to the state appeals or the state of Supreme Court, or getting case law to them.
Right. So what you have
what's been established.
Right. Right. And
like if they use in order for them to terminate a right, they use that imminent danger crap.
Yeah.
If the kids were put in their custody that day, they were going to be in imminent danger.
Right. And they have no proof of that whatsoever. None. But
plus, they had the children. Because they had the children in 4 or 3 different foster homes.
Right.
So they were denying them access to the siblings.
So the kids didn't have access to each other either. All 3 were separated, or was it like 2 and 1, or
all
anything?
5 of them?
All 5 were separated.
So it was like one was near us, where we could see her. 2 were in one place, 2 were in another place, and they got moved. While this was going on, while I was appealing it, they moved the kids in their homes already. Yeah,
they're getting that.
Before they even knew what the hell the appeals court was going to say.
Yeah, this is the thing that they're doing right now, and a lot of families are doing this, man. It's going
to be too late because they're getting adopted this month.
No, it's never too late, first of all. Don't ever say that. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. There are things that we can do and we can try, and there's things that people like us are doing that we're trying to pave the way for these new things. You know, you have Gunner's case that's open, that he's doing what he's doing. If that works, and that's the way that this can be into it, you have a lot of options yourself, even though the adoption is going to, go through. There's writ of certoria, there's writ of mandamus. There's you have a Rule 60 that you can try. My
youngest got adopted back in April.
Yeah. Yeah.
How old are the kids?
Dr. Death, how old are your kids? And then
hold on a second.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
That's my youngest. We got a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
2 7-year-olds. And an 8-year-old.
Wow. 7, 8.
He's going to be 9 in about a year. Less than 6 months.
So I couldn't.
The 8-year-old is going to be 8 or 9 by the time.
The youngest one.
Yeah.
Whatever, back will be the same time her brother.
The youngest one's been adopted, Darren. Is that what he said?
Yeah, you said the youngest has been adopted in April, correct?
Yeah, well, you know why, right? Under 5,
Yeah,
they're adoptable because the bond is broken. 5 and over, they still have memories of their biological parents. So even if they are adopted, they're still going to know that those are not their parents.
They also changing the twins. Oh, I got twins.
Yeah.
So they're trying to change the twins' name from what they originally were called to whatever.
Jesus Christ. What state are you in, Dr. Death?
Say what?
What state are you in?
Iowa.
Iowa? All right. Iowa. Okay. Because CPS Deadpool is looking up some stuff for you right now about doing this. So it's in April. So is that 6 months? May, June, July, August, September, October. So October is October 6 months, right? October 6 months. So you should have, well, you're supposed to, even though you've been terminated, they're supposed to be hearing at 6 months. an updated hearing, a permanency hearing, an update hearing, or whatever. Now, if your kids haven't been adopted yet, you are able to go to that hearing, and you're able to go there and find out what's going on, figure out where you stand. You can go there sometimes and even plead your case and tell them that you're the things that they were worried about for you have been you're giving them updated information of what has changed in your case. You know, like if you were, I don't know what your reasonings were, but if you were in substance abuse, you could go there and be like, I've been clean for 6 months. I've got these reports. You know, is there any way that we can go back and visit this?
You want to know the reason why they terminated my rights?
If you want to tell us, sure.
Not because I wasn't smart enough.
Okay, we all are that way, for sure. That's why we're all together in this.
There was a last report, and I read it. It was low IQ and poor memory retention.
That was their reasonings for taking your children?
Yes. Like supposedly I missed doctor's appointments, which I got records showing I wasn't missing doctor's appointments. They said I never took my youngest to physical therapy, which is wrong because I did take my child to physical therapy. I got records on that. What
was the reason, if you don't mind me asking, when they first came and got those kids, why did they come?
Well, here's the thing. 2 of the kids were already adjudicated.
Okay.
So I get a message from my supposed attorney at the time that they had a motion in to remove the children from my custody. So I panicked and I left the state before the other 3 children were even adjudicated.
Right.
So I got down to Tennessee. I figured, like, well, if I leave, if these, they can take the other 2, but they can't take the other 3 because they're not adjudicated.
Right.
So they adjudicated them in absentia. While my attorney just sat there and did nothing.
Of course you did. Okay, so back to my question. What did they adjudicate? What were the first 2 kids? What was the first time that they removed the kids? What was the issue?
Because one of the twins had marks up and down her that a previous worker has already come and questioned me about.
Yeah.
Then a teacher at where she went to school, I decided she, in her high-mindedness, decided to call CPS to be the mandatory reporter for something that's already been discussed. And when I mentioned that, they had to do a full-blown investigation again.
So they removed them based on the fact that they had marks on them that were explained.
Yes, and I told them, it's like, the reason why my daughter's got marks on her is because her sister was swimming on her. Yeah.
I mean, they're kids. They smack each. I mean, especially with 5 kids, it's listed to be like a war zone in there sometimes, especially all of those ages.
And then during the whole time they were taken out of my home, they found out that what I was telling them was true.
Okay.
They witnessed her sister put mark trying to pinch her.
That's true. Now, then they came and they took the other 3 because you left, right? Is that what the reasoning was?
Yeah. But the thing is, I never got a contempt of court charge.
Right. And what I'm wondering, did you have any sort of safety plan or anything with those other 3 kids? Did they have any sort of anything that was pertaining to them, or was there no issue with them at all?
There was nothing. We didn't have a report on the other 3.
So they had no.
We did it. We did when they talked to the judge and letting them visit my house, and then turn around that the reason why he wanted to go up there out of the court is against so he could tell me that there was a report pertaining to my youngest, which is just an accusation to me. It was from somebody that didn't even see my daughter anymore.
Hmm. So,
because I changed medical doctors.
Right. Well, I won't blame you for that, for mandating reporters playing bullshit games,
I say I wouldn't follow through with any recommendations of picking the hospital or their doctors as recommend. Like what?
Yeah, but how are you going to stop your kids from roughhousing?
How am I going to stop them? I mean, do I get doctor's appointments? Sometimes, but not always.
Mm-hmm.
Do I go over doctor's appointments? Yes, I do.
All right.
I went to every doctor's home that my kids had.
And you had that all on file? You had every bit of that?
Yes.
You know, all that on file. All right. So CPS Deadpool says that it's tough in Iowa to get that the information. It says because the TPR legally severs the parental relationship, your rights to automatically view the child's ongoing records is restricted. He says the names and birth dates of the children involved in the specific county where the case took place. Provide your full legal name. Oh, I'm trying to read it here. Including any previous or maiden names, your date of birth, your full name, family case records, where is named client or party prior. Well, it's just.
I was trying to nip this thing in the bud back before we got to the final court hearing.
Yeah.
But I ran into a snag because, like, the judge, I filed a writ up to federal court, but the judge written back and sent the file back, saying, you know, exactly what did they do to you? So it's like, well, without citing law.
Yeah,
well, how am I supposed to say that? How am I supposed to write that without citing case law?
Right. Well, we know that the family courts don't use that stuff. Like that's it. People don't understand that until you get there and you try to use these things. And this is, you know, we tell people all the time, and we're not lawyers, you know that. We're just here to educate and tell you what we know and what we don't know. And what we do know is that they don't take the Constitution or case law or any of those things to heart or to make their decisions. The case law doesn't come into effect until you get into your appeals process. Then, because listen, here's the deal.
Well, here's why I want to know.
Yep.
Because time's basically running out on me on the appeal.
Okay, so you haven't filed an appeal yet?
Not to the Supreme Court, no.
Okay, you've filed.
I'm having a problem with, well, what do I do? Do I contact the Supreme Court up there and ask them, like, what's the process? How long do I got?
So did your lawyer file for did you guys get the first appeal through?
Yes.
And then they affirmed it, right? They affirmed the TPR.
Yes. It's like, well, that wasn't surprising because of the weak case he gave.
Okay. Right. So here's.
They didn't put no key to it.
Right. Well,
there's things that shouldn't be. There's things in that determination that should not be even included in the court documents.
Right. Well, here's the problem. If that stuff wasn't brought up in court or not in court on that TPR day, if it wasn't either one in your file or two, if it wasn't mentioned, brought up, or used in the court case against you that day, you can't argue that in the appeals because an appeal is not a new trial. Now, what the route you're going to need to go is probably a Rule 60, and you're going to try to go back and get yourself either a retrial, because if what you're saying is what you're saying, then one of the 5 or 6 or 7 prongs of injustices that you could go for must be met, you know, like whether it's due process, ineffective counsel, you know, there's a multitude of reasons that you can go back, new evidence that was founded that you didn't have during the case trial. I mean, there's a bunch of things that you can go back and try as a Rule 60. And what that does is that goes, essentially it goes back to the courts and asks the court to look at this again. I'm telling you that you were wrong, giving them a section, just kind of giving them a chance to look over what they did in their filings or what you were, feel like your due process rights were deprived, whatever, one of these things, whether they need to look at that and decide whether the judge needs to set aside their decision, whether they need to look at it again or whatever. You have that option, and that one has a longer time frame from what you're looking at than what you're looking at now. As far as appealing, the appeals process going to the Supreme Court, you're going to have to find a issue that the Supreme Court of the state would want to hear. And normally, here's again the problem. They don't like to make decisions in the family courts. They don't like to do anything that has to do with the custody. If you have an issue that's a constitutional issue, this is what I would suggest too. If you have a constitutional issue, like your due process rights were violated, the illegal search and seizure, if you have any of those type issues, then you go ahead and you go to the federal courts and put this out in front of them and let them rule on it. But again, they too don't like to get involved with the custody matters. But if you at least get them to admit that there was constitutional violations, then you stand a chance at coming back and fighting backwards and getting help that way. Then you also have the Supreme Court. You have the writ of mandamus. But the writ of mandamus, you have to exhaust all avenues of the lower court's remedies. And then what the writ of mandamus does is that goes in and you pretty much are asking the Supreme Court to tell the lower courts to do the right thing and do their job. That's pretty much essentially what the writ of mandamus is. And you go in there with your facts, you tell them, and then a Supreme Court justice will rule on whether or not that mandamus can lie or not in that case, and they do that. And then there's also the writ of certiorari, which I don't know a lot about that, but that's one that I hear coming up a lot in those cases. But those are pretty much where you're at. Those are your options to fall into. And then, of course, like I said, you have things coming up down the pipeline. There's different people working on different things for different cases, doing stuff. But that stuff's, like you said, that's further down the line. And that's, it sucks, man. Every day's an eternity without your kid, except for life is going by so damn fast.
About parental rights.
Yeah. Those are your options. Unfortunately, I wish I could give you a magic wand. All of them are going to take time. All of them are a process, and all of them are depending on higher courts to determine. Now, what I will tell you is this too, and I don't mean to, and I'm only telling you this because I don't want to give you a false sense of hope. Just because these upper courts will rule in your favor doesn't mean that the lower courts will remove their decision and that you will, in fact, get your children back. A lot of pressure is being put on them now for this, so it is happening more often than not. But I have a client of mine that has been fighting for 10 years, and he's been ordered twice by the upper courts, including the New Hampshire Supreme Court, to have those kids returned, and the lower courts have yet to do that for him. So there's just, there's a lot of things. It does suck where you're at, but you don't lose hope, because there are remedies and things are changing, and people are making enough noise out here now that people are paying attention to what's going on here. I'm going to, we'll end this call with you and I and us here with the show right now, but I will reach out to you tomorrow. What's your available times that I can reach out to you?
Sometime in the afternoon.
All right. So let's just say like after 4 o'clock tomorrow, or 4 o'clock tomorrow. Would that work for you?
Even if it's 12 and 8.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give you a call tomorrow at 4 o'clock. All right. And we can discuss a couple of things. All right. All right, Dr. Death. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you very much for coming on the show and sharing this too. Appreciate it very much, man.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
God, it sucks. That takes so much for him to come on here, though, and tell his story and tell it like that. That's the stuff that we were talking about. And I'm sure that man is so hurt right now, talking and going back through this, but we got to do these things, guys. You got to talk it out. You got to get it out of you. Because keeping it in it's not going to help you be able to propel forward and think clearly to do these steps, because a lot of this stuff is time sensitive. A lot of this stuff takes, and it also takes time. And like I said to Dr. Death, one of my things I say to my wife all the time is it's always Friday. It's like life is an eternity every day without your child. Every damn day, it's so long. But yet life is just zooming by so freaking fast, like it's always Friday. But these things, when you put them into the courts and everything, they take so damn long. It seems like, it's like 6 months, 7 months, but all of a sudden it's there. And that's a scary moment too. Yep. Got you on that, Dr. Death.
I know that Spanny, the one thing I learned from Spanny, because I'm telling you, I just don't understand the whole thing for the TPRs, right? The one thing she did tell me is to get it overturned is you have to look at the case and you have to use Rule 60, because if you can find 5 errors, you can have it overturned.
Right. You got to find the problem. Like I said, there's ineffective counsel. There's lack of failure of due process, lack of due process. There's let me think. What the hell is the new evidence? There's new evidence that wasn't used in the case prior to for some reason. Man, what are some of the others here? Anybody else out there know the 5 right off the top of your head? If you can help us out with that. And we have Tamsin Bowles is on here on Facebook with us. She's leaving some comments, sharing out with her friends. Trying to see the bottom here. So thank you, Tamsin, for coming on. Tamsin's little one is one tip that I was talking to about the comic book, and he is a genius in this stuff, and he's helping me out with our comic book. So I'm excited about that. And also, we talked a little bit, and I've talked to his mom, and I think that it would be good to have him. I mean, this kid is a genius. He's young. I think he's 10 or 11 years old. But I'll tell you what, he's got a handle on this stuff more than most kids and most adults even. I'll tell you, I talked with them the other night for about 3 hours. And I mean, this kid would step right in and help his mom out, explaining the case and everything. And as much as it sucks for a little kid to have to go through this and learn about this, that's exactly what he did. Is he learned the procedures, and he can't wait to help others and help to blow up the system. He says he can't wait to give the kapow to them. He is so excited for that, and that's what we talked. It was so weird because we had just talked about on the show how it's the next generation that needs to come out and start educating these people. And it's just this kid is ready to lead the way, man. This kid's going to be something. But his mom okayed it, and I think I want to get him on the show here. Maybe this week we can get him on and we can talk to him. And he says, well, we can't talk about too much because they can't know our secrets, because then we won't be able to kapow them. He says, but I can tell we can talk a little bit about it, he says, but he's not going to tell the whole plan. And he's a really amazing little kid. So crazy how much good can come out of something so bad. Deidre, hello, my dear. How is Deidre doing? Deidre, are we winning, losing? Oh, yes, there we go. Jen, thank you. So relief can be granted for clerical mistakes. Newly discovered evidence. Yep, we got that one. That wasn't discoverable at the time. Yeah, no, Dr. Death, we'll take care of it. We'll see what we can do to assist you in what worked with me. This was another thing that I learned from that guy today, Tiff, in one of his readings. And this is very interesting. I wanted to bring this up, especially on the day that we came up with the whole disclaimer thing. Did you know? Let's see where I got it here. Let me see. Where the hell did I read it? Did you know that we shouldn't use the word advocate? Because some states being an advocate is illegal. So he instructs to use words like, where the hell did I write it? It's written down here somewhere. Oh, you know what? I was in a different notebook earlier. My goodness. Sorry, my bad. I don't know where it is right this second. But we should use phrases like, instead of I'll help you with that motion, we use phrases like, oh, well, let me help you with what worked for me. Or, here we go. Let me share my experience with you. Do not call yourself a legal advisor or advocate. Those can be regulated terms requiring licensing. You should be a parent mentor, support group facilitator, fellow survivor. You share your experience, not legal advice. Say things like, here's what worked for me. And then instead of not, you should file the motion, have a disclaimer. This is what brought me to that, was have a disclaimer saying that you're not a lawyer. Nothing said is legal counsel, so on and so forth. But these were things that this, guys, go and look at these people that we came up with today that we showed you guys about. Sweet Deidre, everybody, prayers for Deidre. Her trial is going down on Thursday. Let's get this baby up. You still got Mr. D in there in the batter's box? I hope so, because I mean we know that guy is he's a tank. On a show the other day with parents wanting claiming glory and not doing it for the right reason. Oh, what days are your shows, Deidre? You still Wednesdays? All right. Yep. Cool. Tamsin, very good. Tamsin wanted me to put this out there too, guys. If anybody wants, she said it's okay. If you want to know about their story and you guys have any way that you guys can assist them, looking up and doing anything that you can, they said please Google Tamsin and Reggie Bowles for results about their story. That's the lady that I was just telling you guys about with the amazing son. So if any of you, they need a bunch of help. Essentially what happened to them, I'll tell you in a nutshell. It's a very, very sad story. But their children were taken. And then there's been reason to believe that they were anti-vaccine and all of that stuff. And there's reason to believe that one of the children were vaccinated and it went wrong on him. And now he is fully autistic, and they weren't prepared for this. They got the children back. They were taken again, and they did not get that letter, Tiff, and they're coming up on year 2, then 3, and every 3 years they come back for these kids, it seems like. Every 3 years they come back, they take them away, just enough to traumatize them, and then they return them back. And they continue to do this. And I was telling her about the importance of this letter. So we were trying to share that experience with her, and trying to do something for them. But yeah, guys, if you can look them up, if any of you have any way of giving them some information or whatever, it's I'll put it up here in the chat, guys. Go ahead and Google them up, and you can find them. She helps a lot of people as well, so I'll put that up here too, guys. Reggie. Bowls on Google. So Google this name, guys, right here that I just put in the chat. Tamsin and Reggie Bowles. Deidre says, Davis called me today with a funny story. If you'd like me to share, I would love to air out the dirty laundry of this potential person that I might think it might be. Deidre, you got 2 minutes if you can do it. You got the link for the show, right? Hop on in. But you got 2 minutes. Let's hear this funny story, Deidre, and it better be a gut buster because everybody could use it. Let's roar on some laughing, Deidre. You know what I can do? Also, I can put the join the podcast widget up to Deidre if you need to scan that if you don't have it, but I'm pretty sure that you do have the thing for the show. There we are. Tiff and the Punisher one right there. Deidre, you see that little QR code next to my head? Click it. Put your phone there. Tap it, and then you will come on the show. So take a picture, and you will come on, Deidre. Does this button work? Can you tap to join live?
Do what?
No, the button says tap to join live. I wonder if that works with others when they see that. I'm going to make sure that works. I'm pretty positive that it works. So there's that for you guys, for you, Deidre. So get in here. Hurry up. Clock's ticking, Deidre. The clock's ticking. You know what else, too, is we got some good things happening here. As you all know, we have the CPS Punisher app, obviously, which is an educator that helps educate you about your case and what's going on there. It takes your documents in, it reads them, it spits them out, tells you the violations that allegedly that you may or may not have, that you can use in a court case against you. It's a great app to use. That's the CPSPunisher.com. And then we also now have well, check this ad out.
They told
first.
you to stay quiet. They said the system is too big, too complicated, too rigged for a parent to fight. They were counting on you believing that. Right now, 328,000 children are in foster care, many of them removed through investigations that buried your rights before you knew you had them. Your constitutional protections are real. Due process, the Fourth Amendment, the 14th. What's missing is a system that shows you where they were violated and hands you the proof. That system is the CPS Punisher AI case analysis. 24 types of constitutional violations detected. Court-ready documents generated in seconds. Every state. Full law library. Case timeline. AI legal chat. It reads your case and surfaces what they hoped you'd never find. Procedural errors, rights deprivations, missed statutes. Then it builds the motion. Instant. Your rights, written into strategy. Your children are counting on you. Stop fighting without the tools that can actually win. Go to thecpspunisher.com and create your free account now. 60 seconds to start. No credit card. The system never wanted you to find this. Now you have it.
So yeah, we have that one, Tiff, right? We have that app. I just sent Deidre all the ways that you could possibly come into the show.
I sent her the link too, so.
All right, so she's fire-powered over the, let me see this, Deidre. Tell me that this doesn't work, this link. Check this out myself. We got our book. Don't forget, guys, the Constitution is our armor. CPS is the enemy. And, oh, shit. You got 3 more days, right, Tiff? Till those come?
The 22nd, it said.
I thought it pushed it up, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
I wonder why.
Probably because they gotta. I'm trying to scan this to see if it'll let me in. Well, it's taking me to restrain.
The scan is? The scan app?
Yeah.
Huh. Let me see if it is online too.
Should all be finished.
Brought you in?
Oh Lord, I'm sure. But it's got Claire and it's from when we did it before. So yeah, it took me in.
Oh, all right. Yeah, here we go. I got it on my screen here.
And my son came and showed me how to scan the QR codes because I'm stupid. I didn't know. He's like, just point your camera at it.
Setting the stage. It says it's setting the stage.
Yeah, and it's going to pull you up in a minute.
I apologize about this, guys.
Oh my. Darren must have got in. Deidre, I sent you the link.
Thank God that wasn't just on the air what I said. Are you coming, Deidre? All right, everybody. We got a 20-second countdown for Deidre to come in, and then we will be out. Oh, here's Deidre on the air here. Hello, Deidre.
Yes, I can't access. my mic is available.
Oh, no. Well, we can hear you right now.
Okay, well, I'll just say it real quick since the show's about to end. I'm driving to work, so sorry if that's
Yeah, well, just be careful. Don't hit anything, please, or crash or at all. That's not going to be our fault. We just put the disclaimer up, for God's sakes.
Okay. Well, so real quick, I don't know if you watched Davis's late night hours the last few nights, but Miss G has been back on, and then I joined as well, and we've been having some really good shows. Apparently, there's this hater about before that doesn't want to seem to let go of me, and decided to call Miss G this morning and tell her that a bunch of viewers believe that me and Davis are having an affair.
Oh, nice.
And she wanted to know if it was true. And so you know how Davis is real calm and just straight to the point. And he goes, well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that is very much false information. And no, that is not true. So Miss G didn't said, well, I don't want Deidre to come on your show anymore.
Oh,
and he
my
goes,
God.
well, again, it's my show, and if she wants to come on, she can. So Miss G goes, well, if she's going to come on, then I don't want to come on anymore. And he goes, okay, well, then that's your choice. And so she goes, well, if she's going to come on, I'm not coming on, and hung up on him. So he decided to call and tell me this, but I thought, here we go again with those people that love to just keep using all of these various podcasts and platforms for trying to just fight for innocent children, but yet they'd rather take it to a next level, whatever reason, and go to these extreme measures and just do all this kind of, nonsense. And to me, it's just like, what is the point at the end of the day? But again, I just thought it was funny that really I'm having now an affair with Mr. Davis. Everyone thought Miss G was having an affair with Mr. Davis.
Like people should be thinking that, you know what, every time that they're wasting on that stuff, a child a minute is being taken into custody. So every minute that they're taking up the airtime when you and Mr. Davis and you guys are doing your shows over there, they're taking up valuable time that people need to hear what he has to say, what you have to say to maybe prevent a child from being taken. And that's just absolutely
really
asinine. Yeah, it's asinine.
So I'm sure that person also watches your show, and maybe they'll watch this one. So again, they also do a show on Mr. Davis's platform, but they have yet to find any guests to come on their show, and maybe they're hating on the fact that I do have guests because I put in the footwork to find them. And their famous quote to me that they still would love me to eat is that they told me that I'm a backseat driver to my own show. And so I think that they maybe are eating those words more than they think.
Oh my gosh. I think you need to, I think I know
everybody can know who that is.
Yeah, I got it now. They messaged me that too, but just to be sure, but I want to know, I'm pretty sure I know who it is. But maybe it's time because, Mr. Davis is, we're back in talks with him coming on the show with us and so on and so forth. Maybe it's time you just jump over here, Deidre. I mean, you get your trial done. Maybe it's time that you just shoot over to the CPS Breaking News Network.
I do still have, the main guy in charge that's representing me on Thursday, so I got to.
Well, I think I might try to get him over. I'm trying to get Mr. Davis over here too. He might jump ship. We'll get him to jump ship from his own place.
You two again.
Yeah, well, him and I talk. No, him and I talk. No, I'm saying all together. Hell with it. You can drop Davis over there and just come to CPS Breaking News. Start with no fresh start.
Well, at
right
the
here.
end of the day, if anybody knows my true character, which I think you and Tiffany both know, I'm not about the fame, the glory, whatever. I mean, shoot, you guys know how much I still can't even get anything technical. Obviously, we're speaking right now. I couldn't get my sound to work on the thing, but I don't even want to show my face. I hate everything about that part of it. But you know what? I'm going to do it for the kids and my kids, and that's what it should all be about,
That's it. Did you see the new app that we put out?
Yeah, I've already joined it a long time ago and been a part of it.
No, the one Find Your Family?
Yes, I've already joined it. Didn't you see my stuff on it?
Oh, I haven't looked. I haven't seen it lately.
But I didn't put like a narrative. Maybe that's why.
Oh, all right, cool. So you did sign up. All right.
But the second you did that, I joined it.
Oh, excellent. Cool. Yeah, because this is a great tool for people to use, and the more we can share it.
Well, yeah, because my story with my youngest. That's a whole other story. But as of right now, it might be looking like I won't hear from him again or see him again until he's 18. So that's another unfortunate situation.
That sucks.
That app might come in handy, obviously. For
me, that's
know?
right. That's damn right. It will, because that thing's going to be up there forever. So, cool, Deidre.
And hey, you two keep doing fun what you're doing because I always love and support you both. So
I love you.
But I share the glory and fame for this one of you. Because, I'm having an affair with David now. That's really what I'm doing.
All right, Deidre. Thank you so much.
Well, I'll let you guys go. Have a good night.
Have a good night. Bye-bye. Deidre. I miss Deidre. Man, we used to have so much fun. We used to have so much fun together over at Davis's when it was me, her, and Davis. That was such a good time. Not as much fun as you and I, Tiff, obviously. But it was strict over there. It was very strict, actually. But we still managed to have fun. And, while we're doing it. Because you got to have fun when you're doing this kind of stuff. We got to try to make each other lift up some way or another, because everything that we're dealing with is damn sad, that being sailor, if you're all set, Tiff, I just love this song so damn much, and I love him so much. I want to play the Naylor song again to end the night, because this song is just badass. You all right with that?
I just want to say one more thing. I want everybody to keep Osiris in your prayers. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he gets to come home tomorrow. So
put the prayers out.
Yes, please, because
pray hard.
Them coming for us, we got to stay strong. I mean, I have my days where I just want to destroy my house, right? Because this is all uncalled for. But even me, I have to stay strong. So,
that's right.
And yes, play the song.
All right, I will do that. And to everybody out there, pray super hard for Osiris, because that guy needs it. He certainly needs it. He needs to come home, because this has been absolutely ridiculous, and we need to have a reason to have a big party. And him coming home, it's got to be the reason for that. So, that being said, this is another episode of the Tiffany Punisher Show. We'll be back tomorrow night with Becca, same time, same place. Maybe she'll show up, maybe she won't. I don't know. We'll figure it out when she does, or if she does, because she wasn't here with us tonight. But to everybody else, let's go, Brandon. Have a good night.
This one's for Chris Naylor, CPS Deadpool, America's Auditor, Florida born, truth sworn, tyrants in the crosshairs, we coming for you. No more fake laws, street justice, real law, land of the free, home of the brave. Where the real ones rise, Chris Naylor stepping up with that Deadpool disguise, mask on tight, camera rolling, auditing the lies. CPS cash for kids schemes under welfare skies, badges flashing, guns blazing, hot and hot codes and statues, suppressing the people, tearing families to fragments daily. They rip rights from my arsenal code and calculated constitution bleeding while the corporation celebrating. He feels the villains in the courtroom, in the street, First Amendment hammer knocking them off their feet. Florida fire burning in his veins like kerosene, exposing the machine, keeping it raw and mean. No more kid trafficking dressed up as protection. America's auditor, bringing street justice resurrection. We do the law, no more fake laws. Street justice rising, breaking tyrants' jaws. Rights getting stripped from our arsenal every day. Stand tall, fight back, take it all away. Land of the free, home of the brave, no more chains. CPS Deadpool leading the charge through the flames. Good old boys united, corporation falling down. Real law coming, hear that southern rebel sound. Hiding behind desks with their iron in their lives, twisting the statutes while the free man dies. From Florida back roads to the Capitol halls, Naylor on the hunt, answering freedom's cause. Corporate United States turning kids into profit, sealing fates in the system, can't stop it, or can we? Auditors here with the lens and the creed. We the people waking up, planting that freedom seed. No more codes and fake laws, twisting the foundation. Common law rising, ending the damnation. Villains in uniform scatter when the spotlight hits. Street justice serve hot, no mercy, no quits. Florida thunder rolling, quest for the truth untamed. Renegade reckoning, put the tyrants to shame. They fear the camera, they fear get a raw exposed. America's rights, our shield, our blade, our way, what we gotta do. Film it all, stand your ground, audit every office, burn their corruption down, restore the republic, strip the corporate veil, good old boys and patriots, let freedom prevail. From the swamps to the mountains, every town and hall, CPS, Deadpool, answering the freedom call. We do the law, no more fake laws, street justice rising, breaking tyrants' jaws, rights getting stripped from our arsenal every day. Stand tall, fight back, take it all away. Land of the free, home of the brave, no more change. CPS, Deadpool leading the charge through the flames. Good old boys united, corporation falling down. Real law coming, hear that southern rebel sound. Deadpool out of the southern wrecking the call. Street justice forever. We do the law. For the show, for the show, for the fight, for the fight. Florida to the nation. Chris Naylor, rebel style, pure liberation.
We know it's all about the money, we know they lie, we know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?